mathematics class. This class is for class 8 and we have already done chapter 7, that was percentage, but because you all have commented two questions that were difficult to understand, so I am repeating them again. First was question number 6 and then question number 11. What is question number 6? A number is increased by 20% and the resulting number is again increased by 20%. What percentage is the total increase? So what we are going to do, this is the solution. What is the solution? Let us assume that let the number be x. Number be x means let original number is x. Now it is increased by 30%. When you are increasing a number by 20%, what happens? Number plus 20% of it. So increased number by how much? By 20%. That is original number plus increment, and increment is of what? 20%. So 20% of original number of x. How much has been increased? The number has been increased by 20%. 20% means 20% of x of the original number. So when you divide or when you solve, it will be x plus 20 upon 100 into x. So 25 is 100. Finally it becomes x plus x upon 5. When you take the LCM as 5, it will be 5x plus x, that is 6x upon 5. Means when the number has been increased by 20%, it becomes 6x upon 5. This is the resulting number, or it is known as, this you can say as resulting number. Now, they say that and the resulting number is again increased by 20%. Means now there is an increase of 20% in this number. Now how we got this? By increasing the original number by 20%. Now this number is again increased by 20%. So I can say second increase. Second increase is what? 6x upon 5 was original number after first increment plus 20% of this resulting number has been again increased, means upon 5. 6x upon 5 was the resulting number, and they say the resulting number is again increased by 20%. So when there is a second increase, we will write original number plus 20% of this. Now let's see, 25 is 100, so it becomes 6x upon 5 plus 6x upon 25. Now LCM will be 25. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 5 6 is 30. 30x plus 6x. So this becomes 36x upon 25. This is the final number. This is the final number after two increments. Initially the number was x. When it was increased by 20%, it became 6x upon 5. Now this 6x upon 5 is again, this 6x upon 5 is resulting number. This resulting number has again been increased by 20%. Now this becomes as 36x upon 5. So this is the final number after two increments. Now they say what percentage is the total increase. So you will find out the difference. You will find out difference, or you can say increase. Now what is the increase? Increase means final number minus original number. Increase means, or difference means, final number minus original number. So final number is how much? 36x upon 25. 36x upon 25. This is the final number, and original number was, we have already assumed it as x, so upon minus x. Now when you solve, LCM will be 25. This will become 36x minus 25x. Now 36 minus 25 is 11x upon 25. This is the increase of the final number from the original number. Now this is the increase or the difference, but you have to find out the percentage. So percentage increase is increase upon original value into 100. That means increase is how much? 11x upon 25. Original value was x into 100. Now we will solve it out. This will be 11x upon 25x into 100. X and x cancel. 25 4 is 100. So the total change was 44%. I hope now you would have understood. If still there is any doubt, please comment surely, because I am making this only because of your comments. Now this is one question. I will repeat it again. A number is increased by 20%. So we considered a number as x and we increased by 20%. So x plus 20% of x. It finally became as 6x upon 5. Means when the number has been increased by 20% once, this is the number. Now, and the resulting number is again increased by 20%. Now this number is again increased by 20%. So here we solved the original number, 6x upon 5, resulting number plus 20% of this, and we got 36 upon 5. Now they say find the percentage in total increase. So what is the total increase? Whatever was the initial value and the final value. So final minus initial. Final is 36x upon 5. Initial was x. You solve it out, you will get 11x upon 25. Now percentage increase is what? Increase upon original into 100. Increase is 11x upon 25. Original was x into 100. And then we solve it out, 44%. I hope that is clear. Now we move on to question number 11. This we have already done. Question number 6 we have done. Please comment surely those whoever have problem. Anyway, we'll move on to question number 11. Now next question is question number 18. Mr. Raj spends 20% on house of his income, 70% of the rest on household expenditure. Still he saves rupees 3,600 per month. Find his total income. So before that, I'll take up an example. Suppose you have rupees 100. I'm not, let's you have some rupees, right? Some money. Suppose you have some money, out of which you spend 20% on pens, 20% on pens, and 70% of rest on books, and still you have 20, still you have, yes, C minus 4, still you have 24 left with you, how much money you initially have. Now this question I have converted with an example. Suppose you had some money, you spend 20% on pens and 70% of the rest on the books. So still you have 24 rupees left with you. Find the money you had. So what are you going to do? You don't know how much money you had, so you will assume it. Let the money you had was with you X. And you spent 20%, means 20% of X on, this is on pens. So how much you had now? Now 25 is 5x. This is 4x upon 5 is left with you after spending on pens. This was the money you had initially and you spent 20% on pens. So minus 20% of X on pens. So x upon 5, 5x minus x, 4x upon 5 is left with you. Now out of this money left with you, you spend 70% of the left amount, that is 4x upon 5 on books. So that comes out to be how much? 0 and 0 cancel. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 7 2s are 14x upon 25. This much you spent on books. And still you have, how much is left? Left is rupees 24. It means this money left with you, this money is spent on your books, and this money is spent on pens. Is total should be equal to the total money that you are having. So total money X is equal to money spent on books, that is X upon 5. This money spent on pens plus money spent on books 14x upon 25 and plus rupees 24 more. This is the total money that you are having. And now we can calculate and we can get the value of X. So this question is same as this one. So I hope the concept is clear. Now let me move on to the question. I'll rub out this. So let us assume that Mr. Raj is having X rupees with him. Let Mr. Raj's salary is rupees X. Now out of this he spent 20% on house. So he spent 20% on house. That is X minus 20% of X. This is he spending on house. So X upon 5. So he has 5X minus X. 4X upon 5 is left with him, with Mr. Raj. After spending 20% on house of his total income, how much is left? 4x upon 5 is left. Now they say, and 70% of the rest on household expenditure. So on household, I will write spent on household expenditure is 70% of remaining. And what is remaining or what is left? That is 4x upon 5. It means 70% of 4x upon 5 is spent on household. On household. So 0 and 0 cancel. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. You got it as 7 to the 14x upon 25. This is spent on household, this amount. Whereas this amount, x upon 5, was spent on. Now still he has left. How much amount left? Is still left amount. That is rupees 3,600. Means this amount plus this amount and plus this amount, that is x upon 5, that he is spending on house. House plus household plus left is equal to total salary. Means expenditure on house plus household plus left or plus left amount, or you can say saving, you can say plus saving. I am writing leftover will be equal to total salary. That is equal to total salary. So it means expenditure on house is how much? Expenditure on house is x upon 5. So x upon 5 plus household expenditure is 14x upon 25. 14x upon 25. Plus how much is left with him? 3,600. 3,600 is equal to his total salary, that is X, because we assume let Mr. Raj total salary is X. So now these two things will go to that side. So 3600 is equal to X minus X upon 5 minus 14X upon 25. Now you can simply solve it out by taking the LCM. LCM will be 25. Here it will be 25x minus 5x minus 14x is equal to 3600. Now 3600 into 25, cross multiplication. 5 and 14 is 19 and 25 minus 19 is 6x. So it became 6x. Or you can, if you don't want to, you can increase one more step. You can say this as 6x upon 25. In the next step, you can cross multiply 3600 into 25 is equal to 6x. So 3600 into 25 upon 6 is equal to x. 6 6 are 36. 25 into 6 is 150 and 2 more zeros is equal to x. So the x means his original salary was rupees 15,000. This is what was the question. In the previous question, in the previous solution, what I have done, I have directly subtracted x minus these two terms. Now I am giving you the whole concept and then again solving it. I hope by now you will understand this. Now, I hope the doubts must be cleared. Still, if you have any doubt, you can comment so that I can improve or I can get up to your level to make you understand. So thank you all of you. Please like, subscribe and share. And next topic will be, I think, profit and loss. Thank you.